All y'all kids need to be drinking water. If you ain't drinking water, there's something wrong with you. What is good, everybody? Richie here. Welcome to the Ridiculous Richie Show. It's been a hot minute. I'm sure all of you are probably wondering when I'm going to do my regular content. As far as I'm concerned, this is my regular content. I'm going to be talking about whatever the hell I want. Probably the entire time that I do YouTube. And it's funny because these vlogs don't really get a lot of views. But you know what? I prefer doing these more than I prefer doing anything else. Does that make me a fraudulent bastard? Maybe. Maybe I lured you in here with the Pokemon cards. Maybe Richie doesn't like Pokemon cards at all. Are you ever going to find out? Who knows? Actually, I like Pokemon cards a lot. I have a problem. I like collecting Pokemon cards. But today we're not talking about Pokemon cards. We're talking about one of my favorite topics of all time. And that is going to be self-care. God. You kids, you talk about self-care. Self-care is one of the most popular topics of, I don't know, the past 5 or 6 years. Everybody's talking about self-care. And most of you, good amount of you guys don't even know what self-care means. Now, before we dive into the topic of self-care, let's go ahead and talk about my bullshit. Let's talk about things that Richie is weak over. You want to know what my weakness is? I will tell you. Richie's weakness when it comes to overall self-care. My weakness is smoking cigarettes. I like to do it sometimes, especially if I have an adult beverage. If you catch me drinking a Corona, chances are you're going to see me with a cigarette. Just how I am sometimes. But you know what? I'm going to be practicing some self-control over the next few months. So your boy will not be smoking any cigarettes. Cigarettes are what killed my dad. We ain't doing that shit no more. No. Self-care. Let's talk about self-care. And how most people don't even know what the hell self-care even is. Yo, I'm kind of hot. Should I? I don't know. I think I'm good for right here. Self-care. Let's talk about self-care. Most of you kiddies, especially in your early 20s, mid-20s, whatever. Now, this is not me coming from judgment. This is just me kind of talking about how the self-care movement has projected itself to become this national thing. We're talking about it all over America. Everybody's talking about self-care, self-care, self-care. Whoa, sorry. What even is self-care? Self-care is when you take care of yourself. It's pretty simple. Self-care is when you take care of yourself. What does taking care of yourself look like? I will tell you 155%. Self-care is not going out and partying every single week. Partying your ass off. Getting involved with drugs and bad people. And then going back to your 9 to 5. And then talking about, oh, self-care, self-care, self-care. You know, that's not how it goes. It's not. It will never be how it goes. Self-care starts with self-discipline. And most people, most of you, some of you, maybe all of you, you don't have any self-discipline. Now, it would be easy to pick apart me as an individual from a, let's call this a preaching standpoint. and say, "Oh, Richie, you're not perfect." I never fucking claimed to be perfect. I am very far from perfect. But I will tell you what, I do have, to a certain extent, self-discipline. I get up in the morning, I meditate, I pray to God, then I go to the gym. After the gym, I try to eat a healthy-ish meal. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it's in me where I want to go get Five Guys. I had Five Guys tonight. That burger, whew, God almighty, that burger was good. But besides the point is that you need to have self-discipline. If you don't have self-discipline, chances are you're not going to really take care of yourself. That's kind of just how it goes in today's society. You don't have self-discipline, you are not going to give a shit about taking care of yourself. So that being said, it should all start with your mind. You have to take care of this. If you don't take care of your mind, it's going to be a lost cause all the time. Every single time. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to be anxious about everything. You're going to wonder all these types of certain things, all these what-if potential possibilities in life. You're going to wonder about all of that. Don't get me wrong. We all do it. Everybody ponders the what-if. We all ponder the what-if. The what-if is kind of fun to think about sometimes. Even though it's driving you crazy, it's fun to think about sometimes. A little bit. But self-care starts with you taking care of your mind frame, taking care of your mental stability, realizing that there is a bigger picture to this world and you are not going to be the center of it. I will not be the center of it. Your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your uncle, none of that shit is ever going to matter. They are not the center of attention. This world does not revolve around you. It doesn't revolve around me. It's not going to revolve around your best friend, whatever. It will never revolve around you. Once you realize that, you kind of start to wake up from your slumber. You start to realize, oh, okay, there's more to life than just me. It's true. So it all starts with your mind frame. Focus on things that you care about. Your friends, your family, your personal relationship with God, whoever you believe in as God. You have to start there. You have to be centered. You have to realize that there is a bigger picture in this world than you. You might be the main character in your story, but that does not mean that you are the center of attention. That's not the way the world works. After that, I would suggest if you don't want to work out, which most people, a lot of us, especially here in America, we are lazy as shit. And we want to be lazy. We thrive on being lazy. So, if you want to be lazy and you don't want to work out, you don't want to go for a run, you don't want to walk, start eating healthier. Stop stuffing your face with Oreos and chips and soda. Drink some water, for God's sake. Drink some water. Cut out the soda. Cut out all the high sugar shit that you've been eating over the past God knows how long. Start eating healthier. That's a good start. And then maybe if you want to get in the gym, start by going for a walk. Hit that elliptical, maybe go for a run after you get used to the walk. And then maybe, after you shed 5, 6, 7 pounds, then maybe start hitting them weights. I'm not the biggest or the baddest. I'm kind of I'm on the smaller side, I guess. I'm 160 pounds. I used to be 190 pounds. I lost 30 pounds. You have to start with the little stuff. It's the little stuff that accrues over time and it becomes something bigger. Today I tried to run 5 miles with my buddy Richard Demsick. I tried so hard to run 5 miles. I could barely keep up with him. And that's probably due to me smoking cigarettes on occasion. Should not be doing that. Stop smoking cigarettes. If you're smoking cigarettes, cut that shit out. Cut it out. And I'm telling you guys just as much as I'm telling myself. You do not want to do that. You do not want to smoke cigarettes. It's not good for you. If you smoke marijuana, I don't know. I don't really know how to approach that one. Stay away from drugs. Stay away from cigarettes. It's just bad for you. Just don't do it. My dog wants to hang out. Hold on. Come here, Misha. Come here. Misha, my dog, she loves hanging out when I do these YouTube videos. But yeah, so self-care, it all starts with you realizing that you need to fix yourself. Then it starts with eating better. Then it starts with maybe working out. And then once you get that going on and you start seeing a transformation in your life as far as your physical features go, then start to build a more powerful mental stability. Read some books. Read some self-help books. Start anywhere. Couple books I'll recommend to you guys. David Goggins, it's a book called Can't Hurt Me. He was in the military, but it's a good read even if you just you want the most badass self-care book of all time. It's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Fantastic book. Look that man up. He is constantly on the fucking grind every single day. Another really good book that you could read super fast, I think is 200 something pages. Mark Manson. The book is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Really, really, really solid, good book that I would highly suggest if you haven't read before, you give it a shot. It's a fantastic book. Really good. He approaches it more not from the badass standpoint, but more of a intelligent standpoint on how to approach life or how to approach certain situations. Really good book. And then after that, after you've made little adjustments to your life, where you're working on your physical health, your mental health, your overall diet, all that stuff, you start getting thinner, you start gaining more confidence about yourself. After that, then I would start doing other things. Like there's little things that you could do, especially if you're a man, you're trying to improve your life overall, you're trying to improve how you approach how you approach women, how you gain a little bit more confidence in yourself. I would highly suggest, this is one of my favorite products. I'm not sponsored in any way. It's called Hemp's Age-Defying Lotion. I think it runs you about $20. You could get it at CVS, Walgreens, whatever. This stuff is really good. A natural lotion for your face, your skin. Your skin is very important. You always want to make sure that your skin is on point. I use it all the time. I get people constantly asking me how old I am. Nobody knows how old I am until I tell them. Most people don't believe I'm 33 years old, and I would say it's due to this lotion right here. Like I said, Hemp's Age-Defying Lotion. Not sponsored in any way, but it's a really good lotion. I would highly recommend that you check that one out. Also, another thing that I've been starting to take more seriously is how I smell. If you are a man, you want to make sure that you smell good, especially if you're trying to get in the area of attracting the opposite sex. You want a little bit more attention from females. You got to make sure that you smell good. If you smell like a gym bag, you're gonna turn some girls away, man. You don't want to be smelling like a dirty ass gym bag. Get out there, get you some start small. There's a lot of budget colognes that are absolutely fantastic. I try to aim for the name brands, the highly acclaimed ones. You cannot go wrong with anything Prada if you're a man. I've been using this one. It's called Ocean by Prada. I think Jake Gyllenhaal's on the commercial. Fantastic cologne. Every single time I go out, I always get compliments on Ocean by Prada. Such a great cologne. Just real summertime kind of ocean, kind of Italy, kind of gives you like Italy vibes. I get a lot of compliments on it. Another one that I would highly suggest that you check out is Invictus. I think it's by, can't remember the name of it, but the bottle looks like a trophy. Really, really, I think it's by Paco Rabanne. Really, really good cologne. That runs you about $90 to $100. Prada, Ocean by Prada runs you about $120. And today I added to the collection Versace Eros Parfum. Eau de Toilette. If you get Eau de Toilette of any fragrance, it's going to be more watered down than if you get the parfum version of it. Less watered down, more intense smell. That's usually what I go for. Versace Eros Parfum I bought today. It runs you about $150. Bottle's really cool. The smell is fantastic. It's got some sweet notes of like vanilla in it. I've worn it before. Always gotten compliments on Versace. You can't really go wrong with these colognes. So I'd highly suggest that you check those out if you're trying to impress the ladies, trying to impress yourself, walk around with more confidence. You always want to make sure you smell good. And, little things like that. As you start to lose weight, as you start to take care of yourself more, make sure that you have clothes that fit you. Not like Baby Gap clothes where your clothes are so tight that it just looks ridiculous. Wear clothes that fit you. Wear clothes that show off your more defined features. Stuff like that. That stuff is important. How you walk into a room is very important. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I am the greatest when it comes to attracting the opposite sex, but I will tell you is that I walk with confidence. And the reason I walk with confidence is because I, as a man, am handling my shit, and I take my overall person, and when I walk into a room, I own the room. I own the room because I believe in myself. It all starts with, that's why I said, like, at the end of the day, I could tell you all this stuff and it doesn't really matter. As if you're not taking care of your mental and you don't believe in yourself, none of this shit I tell anybody is going to make any sense. So you have to take care of your mental first before you can take care of anything else. You have to know who you are. You have to work on yourself, and it is only going to help you in the long run. But yeah, what I'm talking about is real self-care, where you actually care about your overall health, your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, where you actually are taking care of yourself. It's extremely important that you do that. But yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching the video. If you made it this far and you seem to like what I'm doing, feel free to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all my shenanigans here on the channel on the Ridiculous Richie Show. Let me let you guys say goodbye to Misha. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I'm gonna shut up now. Love you guys. Goal by the end of 2023 is 2,000 subscribers. If you're not subscribed and you watch my shit, why are you doing that, man? Just subscribe. It's free. See ya. Bye.